So I usually like to take a couple months before making sequels, but I got some more unintentionally funny music videos to show you. Some of which, well, actually most, were recommended by you. Even if you didn't, you're still part of the viewers, and y'all as a collective recommended me stuff, so welcome to unintentionally funny music videos too. I forget the rules from last time, but it was probably like, oh, no repeating artists or something. I don't know, let's just do it. Shrek 2 hands down's got one of the best soundtracks of all time. Each of these songs are absolute bangers, but I want to focus on Accidentally in Love by Counting Crows. This song is unironically great, but it's got an unintentionally funny music video too. It starts with a lady trying to sleep while her boyfriend sits at the foot of the bed watching Shrek 2. I could see this being a funny thing you do once for internet points, but if he does this every morning, that would cause so many problems. He then leaves 30 seconds into the movie to make breakfast in the most annoying way possible. Man's knocking over shit, being extremely messy and unhygienic, and doing backflips. Okay, Benson Boone. Then one of their stuffed animals comes to life and does the vocals. An easiest thing to do is to say this looks bad. It does, don't get me wrong. But I want to know what made them go with this. Not to be rude, but what made the singer for Counting Crows go, I want my hair and goatee on that rabbit. Man, I would do nefarious things to see Adam Duritz and the rabbit reenact that DreamWorks arm crossed pose. Thankfully, this video looks like a potato, so it makes him look a little less bad. I don't know, maybe I'm missing something, because this girl runs off with him right at the end as soon as breakfast is ready. And I'm kind of conflicted, because at first I was like, oh, it's nice the guy made her breakfast, like, yeah, he was being a little loud and obnoxious, but this dude dropped eggs on the floor, he was drinking milk right out of the carton, and again, he was watching Shrek 2 at 7 a.m., so maybe it's for the best she ditched him for the Nesquik bunny. What do y'all think? I left a straw poll in the description. In the last unintentionally funny music videos, I ended with The Scientist by Coldplay. The entire thing was shot in reverse, so Chris Martin had to sing the song backwards to make it seem like he was actually mouthing it. It's a great video till you realize he's singing complete gibberish in the unreversed footage. Well, after that, some of y'all recommended other backwards videos too. Typical by Mute Math, Drop by Farside, those are great videos, but another one I got recommended was
Yok geri donmek
by
ceza.
Okay, straight up, I've never heard of this guy or even know what he's singing about, but this music video, it starts with an old dude and lady hugging and having a nice moment when suddenly everything goes backwards. Whoa, so this is really the end of this story. I wonder how we got here in the first place. Well, the video's got the answer. It's through walking. Lots and lots of walking. Literally 99% of this video are these long uninterrupted shots of this dude walking and de-aging. It's not a gradual change, it only happens at very specific times when someone walks in front of the camera. And you know, that was probably for the best, because if they used like a bunch of CGI to slowly morph his face, that would look so bad, but still, these changes feel so abrupt. I mean, look at this. You know, the Scientist video is mostly walking too, but they at least put some different angles and locations in, because here, when it's just the one shot of the one dude walking the whole time, it feels so slow, and this video is only like 3.5 minutes long. It's also funny, the song doesn't fit at all. Like, seeing this, you'd imagine, oh, the song would be like slow, somber, melodic, and then it's just Turkish hip-hop. Like, the song's good, it just clashes with everything else. Bottom line, this video is just a walking simulator. Okay, so for years, the only thing I knew about Ed Sheeran was that waiter meme. That thing is so goddamn funny. But one of my friends showed me the music video for Bad Habits, and I don't know if it made me a super fan per se, but it at least made me laugh. The video's about Ed Sheeran and friends turning into vampires and harassing the people of London. You can surely say a thing or two about these get-ups, but I want to focus more on the people they're killing. What the hell is wrong with their physics? They keep bugging out like they're ragdolls in Gmod. I don't know if this was intentional or not, but it's so disorienting. You'll see him freak out like this, but the video's also littered with bad green screens and genuine editing errors. It's just really easy to lose track of what's going on, except for this dude. Man stops around a couple times, the video cuts away, and then it cuts back to him yakking and everybody slips in it. There's some parts in here where you're just like, man, why was that necessary? Why was that here? Like, why does Ed also gotta catch a clone of himself? I get it, it's his bad habits, but having a clone of yourself in a music video is like the most cliche music video thing ever. All that said, Bad Habits is a good song. The video just looks like an SFM short from 2012. But it did get me kind of into Ed Sheeran, so. This is another one y'all recommended. Bewitched by Swedish metal band Candlemass. I don't know what subgenre of metal this is. I haven't gone through my metal phase yet. It's coming. I know it's coming. This one's split between two settings. The band playing live, which already gets points out the gate because it doesn't sync with the music. I don't even think they're playing the same song. That and a Jack Black character personified who rose from the grave to harass college kids. And before I say anything else, assuming this guy's the singer, I mean, I don't know why I need to assume that, but assuming he is the singer, like, mans can actually hit notes. He's got a good voice, but I'm sorry, this is way too much. His posing, his pointing, his facial movements, it's just too much. And most of all, this goofy ass stomp thing he does at the end. And he gets a whole group of people to join him too. Imagine you're on a nice relaxing stroll in the woods and you see this dude and his posse doing this at you. I'm convinced they try to make this like a thing too. You see Jack Black do it during the live performances. Like, they're like, yeah, we want this to be something people do at our shows when they see us live. It's like when James Brown wanted to make the moon a thing. Intentionally campy or not, it feels like an SNL skit with Jack Black. Like, any second he's just gonna break character, strip down to a Speedo and say glibbity florps. God, I miss School of Rock, Jack Black. Man, y'all are killing it with these recommendations. Next we got Stick Stickly by Attack. Attack! And like I said with Bewitched, I haven't gone through my metal fades yet. I don't know if metalcore would be part of that, but man, this just is not my type of music. Nothing against anyone who loves this, but as someone who doesn't, it can be really easy for me to make some cheap jokes about how these guys look like 30-year-olds playing teenagers in a Disney Channel movie. But I wanted to be as objective as possible since I'm an outsider looking in, but nah, again, this is just too much. It's not their outfits or music that's the problem. Well, the music is a little bit of the problem. It's more so the stupid things they do with their bodies that's the problem. The singer's always running in place or doing a silly pose. The crab stance they keep doing, like, how are their pants not ripping in half from this? And most of all, when the whole band just jumps in the air and screams, "Whoa!" That ruins the entire angsty mood so much I genuinely thought this was a joke or something. Like, if this was a bit, these guys were insanely committed. The production, editing, there's not a point in here where I feel someone breaks character or ruins the immersion. Immersion in massive quotes. Well, joke or not, it became one. This video is actually where the meme crabcore comes from. They even endorsed it becoming a meme, so it's good to see they got a sense of humor about it. I'm sure that's like common knowledge for 90% of people, but I just learned about that from doing research. I feel extremely late to the party saying that out loud. Like, that's learning about dabbing like 5 years ago. But I'm in the loop, so whenever I see someone do this at a show, I know what music video to thank. Next is a new-ish one from Metallica, and usually I like to start these with a story or a bit, but now let's just dive head first. What in God's name is going on here? The entire video is these 4 models of the band freaking the hell out. Man, I mentioned Gmod earlier with Ed Sheeran. This looks like someone took the models from like a Metallica PS1 game and datamossed them like the Rice Cakes bit from Family Guy. I can barely make out what these guys are doing. At least with Kurt, Rob, and James, you can kinda tell they're playing guitar, but they didn't even model a drum kit for Lars, so the dude's just standing there uncomfortably the whole time. This video's genuinely overstimulating. The lights flashing, the camera spinning, and once again, these abominations. This is like some Metallica brain rot right here. I don't know who was in charge of this, but good job. You passed the unintentionally funny test. Here's your trophy. Next is Sandstorm by Darude, a song I'm sure everybody knows even if you don't know the name. Like, I knew this song for years before I learned what it was called. The amount of times I heard this mic spammed in TF2 is probably in like the quadruple digits by now. So it's pretty surreal seeing its official music video when I've associated the song with like a billion other things. Thankfully, it's extremely funny. The video is super turn of the millennium. You can see it in everything. Everyone's clothes, especially those sporty ass sunglasses. The editing, of course. I love this scene where this lady jumps over a fence and it cuts back and forth on her like 80 times. They got the Mexico filter from Breaking Bad, so everything's a little extra yellow-orange. And best of all, these rando freeze frames anytime the guard jumps over something. Seeing a man softly jump off a ledge has never looked so badass. Speaking of him, I love when the guard whips out his gun and misses the lady 3 times at point blank range. But it's made even funnier in the MTV edit I found, where they censor over the guns. I don't know why they did this, like you can still clearly tell they're guns. You see them still firing bullets. It's just so funny because they're so tiny. The ending's a real doozy too. It turns out the lady and the other guard were in cahoots the whole time and escaped with the sunglasses dude who briefly interjected himself throughout the video. Like, this guy has no effect or bearing on the plot. He's here to just hijack it at the very end. It feels like a weird self-insert thing. This dude saw these guys running past him in the intro and fabricated this entire scenario in his head to hook up with some chicks. That's some strong main character syndrome this guy's showing off. Like I said, it's pretty surreal seeing the official music video for what's essentially the new age Rickroll. Send this to some people you know to troll them beyond comprehension. For this last one, we got Way Less Sad by AJR. I was reminded of their existence recently, so expect my personality to be about just hating them for like 3 months. So I will say, this video isn't inherently bad like some of the other ones we've looked at. It's got some cool shots, some good set design for sure, but it is marred by being associated with AJR. These guys are one of the very few artists whose vibes I can confidently say are off. You know, I don't like saying that because everyone in their meme says vibes and how they're off these days. It just feels like it's devoid of meaning to me. But these guys are one of the few exceptions. They seem very man-child core. From what I've heard, all their songs are about missing being a kid or how Lamau, adulting sucks. And there's nothing inherently wrong with being nostalgic for your childhood, but when you make it your entire shtick, it just gets annoying. I think the off vibes also falls on the singer. This dude's got a serious case of the TikTok eyes. He's constantly staring directly into the camera emotionlessly. Dog, he looks like if Dipper from Gravity Falls played ukulele. There's a couple funny one-off bits too, like the fisheye lens of one of the AJRs walking towards the camera, or when another one of them just runs really fast at you for some reason. But besides that, there's not much else to this video. Like I said, it's got some decent qualities, but the fact it's an AJR video is just what kills it. And I'm sure I could have put any of their videos on here too, and it would have been the exact same thing. Oh, we're 35. We miss the 90s. We miss Dexter's Lab and playing the Nintendo 64. I'll probably make a video in the future bullying these guys even more, so, you know, it's a scary time to be an AJR fan. I'd make a joke saying there's only 5 of you, but nah, these guys pull numbers, so good for them, I guess. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna call it. As usual, thank you very much for watching and for suggesting a lot of these videos. I definitely want to make this a reoccurring series on the channel, so if you got any more unintentionally funny music videos, please comment them down below. I also left a playlist with all these videos, including some extra recommendations in the description. It sounds like a wonderful movie night with your friends. Shoutouts to my patrons as always. I'm gonna be on vacation this week, but I'll make sure to have one more video out before July. It's about the time Billy Corgan and Anderson Cooper fought, so yeah, see you then.